I just saw Supergirl and it was disappointing. Let's talk. Supergirl is disappointing. And honestly, that's like the saddest movie experience. Because when a film has the potential to be great, but it just ends up being nice. I actually liked the story of the film. I think it's pretty simple. It's like John Wick meet Guardians of Galaxy meet Mad Max. The story is pretty simple. Krypto, our Supergirl's dog, is hurt by this bad guy. The same guy kills the parents of this young girl. So both Kara and this young girl teams up to get revenge and to get the antidote that would save Krypto. And honestly, the first half of the film is pretty good. It was fun, it was emotional, and there was this genuine feeling of, yeah man, let's get this bastard. कुत्ते को कैसे hurt किया. In fact, during the first half, I found myself thinking, maybe people are wrong about this film. And then the second half happened, and I completely lost interest. And I think the main reason for this is, I never connected with the orphan girl who's accompanying Kara. She has zero personality. I wasn't emotionally invested in her story. And the film treats her as almost as important as Kara. Now, when half of your movie depends on a character you can't emotionally connect to, that's a problem. The other half though, that works. Millie Alcock as Kara is great. I don't know if I loved her as Supergirl because she's hardly in the film as Supergirl. She's barely in the suit. And we don't really get much of that Supergirl presence. But as Kara, she's great. Every superhero deserves a superhero entrance. It couldn't even do that. I was waiting and there was a build-up and I was like, yeah, Supergirl will be revealed in all her glory. And then I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna hoot, I'm gonna shout. And oh, there she is. I guess that's it. Also, I think Krypto gets hurt very early in the movie. So we don't get to see much of that bond between Kara and Krypto. And that brings me to the flashbacks which are shown in the film. I think that should have been the story. When Kara is on Krypton or when she's on Earth and she's trying to adjust, she's trying to understand who she is. She and Krypto are together, both of them are with Superman. I think that should have been the film. I think what makes this film more disappointing for me is that I really liked James Gunn's Superman. I think David Corenswet is excellent as Superman. I think he's only in 3 scenes and all 3 scenes are great. I wished if we could have gotten that more, if the story would have been different. And that is what makes Supergirl so frustrating. I genuinely think that there is a great film hidden in there somewhere which is buried in those flashbacks. Well, I know some of you want to know about Lobo. Well, he's fun, he's cool, he's in the film for like 3 scenes and that's it. The villain, on the other hand, is pretty bad. He has no personality, he's not intimidating and completely forgettable. It's almost like they were trying to make a bad villain and they succeeded. Well and more, but the action is great, right? No, it's not. I don't know why, but the action scenes are too dark and they're very choppily edited. I mean, I can see like some cool stuff is happening, but it's just not choreographed that well. It's not shot that well that I can make sense of it. I think with Supergirl and Lobo present in your film, the action should have been great and I think they missed the opportunity there. Like for example, towards the end, there is this beautiful slow motion action scene where Supergirl is flying in slow motion and she's like blowing up these vehicles and these tanks and I was like, man, this looks good. And then suddenly a shitty track started playing and I was like, what the? And that brings me to the soundtrack of the film. It's not good. I maybe liked one track in the entire film. It's almost like the filmmaker was trying to copy James Gunn, because he has great soundtracks in his films. I mean, Guardians of the Galaxy has one of the greatest soundtracks ever in a film. But I mean, none of the songs work, very bad choices, very bad placement of the songs. And the director of the film, Craig Gillespie, he's a pretty good director. I mean, Lars and the Real Girl, I, Tonya, Dumb Money, even a film like Cruella. I have liked or loved almost all of his films. Maybe he wasn't the best fit for a $200 million superhero film. In my conclusion, I enjoyed Supergirl only in parts. I really liked the first half quite a bit, but the second half didn't work for me. I wouldn't recommend you to rush out and watch it in a theater, maybe catch it on streaming, but I really hope that Supergirl 2 happens because Millie Alcock is really good as Supergirl, David Corenswet is amazing as Superman, and I genuinely believe that there is a great Supergirl film waiting to happen.